Hi! Thank you so much for joining me for your Written in the Stars January 2017 Horoscope. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline and I'm really glad that you decided to join me. And if you're back, hello again and thank you. I will be doing your January Horoscope spread to tell you all about what's coming up for you this month, followed by a second spread called my Fiercely Focused spread, where I will give you pretty much an overarching theme for your month and some really specific action steps you can take to really capitalize on the momentum of the beginning of your year and really kind of avoid any pitfalls and just really make the best of what's coming to you, because that is what tarot is all about. I hope that you will find and follow me on social media if you're into that. I've linked all of my accounts below: Instagram, Facebook, all the things. And if you like this video, I hope that you will like it and subscribe, because I would love to hear more from you. And please let me know what you think in the comments, because I would love, love, love to know what resonated, what rang bells, what really didn't ring bells. Totally into it. Totally love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a very happy new year. This used to light up and be way dorkier, and that would have been more fun for you. But you know, either way, I get to fedora bomb you for January. But I'm glad that you decided to join me, and I hope that you will really enjoy your Horoscope and find it very empowering and insightful for you in January. And without further ado, on to your January Horoscope. Hey Virgo, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a happy new year. I'm looking forward to seeing what's up for Virgo in January 2017. That looks Virgo to me. Woof! Some jumpers. Forgive my odd shuffling, Virgo. I'm clumsy and I burned myself before this reading. Gosh. Okay. Well, my burn is your earn. You get... Woo! Okay. You know, he's going around this month, that devil character, and I attribute a lot of that to people recognizing their bad habits this month. But we will see what Spirit exactly says for you, Virgo. For what's up with Virgo 2017. Okay. Okay. Just make sure you can see everybody. And Virgo, I'm going to start turning over some cards, and I just want to say, because I get some questions and comments and things every month, and sometimes some nasty all cap stuff, about reading reversed cards or upside down cards as being like the opposite of the original intent of the card, or like a muted version of the energy, or negative, or anything like that. So I will just say that I read intuitively. So I listen to what my guides and the guides for those that are tuning in, what they have to say about the card. And if there is some opposite or perverted or different version of the meaning of the card, then I will definitely let you in on that. But that is why you see me flipping them over. That's really more so that you can see everybody at your party in January 2017, which ironically you cannot see them even as I said that. Okay. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, Virgo. So it's definitely a month for you to take charge. And I feel like it's a good month for you, but you're definitely going to be making a breakthrough, and that kind of causes waves, which is not exactly your favorite thing. And that some of you, it's like, so these are general readings, and some of these meanings will resonate more than others because some of them are for other Virgos of Sun, Moon, and Rising. But regardless, some of you will be experiencing a huge change that is the result of your commitment to new habits and new behaviors. And some of you will be forcibly pushed from a nest. Like you have not resolved to these new behaviors or these new visions or goals, but you are sort of shoved out of your comfort zone and into building something new. So either way, I feel like all Virgos are going to be going through this shift in January 2017 that kind of involves them growing more into their power. So that's a very good thing, Virgo, and that will involve you kind of coming face to face with your your self-limiting beliefs, your negative habits or attachments. And I go straight into that stuff, Virgo, because I really just like to get to the nitty-gritty, because you've got all kinds of wonderful stuff here. But I want to get to, okay, how do we get there? How do we really enjoy all that wonderful stuff? And that is by getting out of the grip of the devil. So again, if you haven't been here before and you haven't met the devil, he is not the representative of ultimate evil in the tarot. He is more related to Pan, the horned goat god. In mythology, the one who, you know, chased the nymphs all the time and got in a lot of trouble for giving in to temptation. And the devil represents our shadow aspect, things like that, things like lust, things like temptation, things like addiction, things like being so... It's like people who don't leave unhealthy relationships because better the devil I know than the devil I don't know. It's exactly that. So Virgo, you're being asked, where are you maybe a little bit stagnant or a little bit held back because you're attached to an old belief system or an old desire that really isn't feeding you? Because this attachment or this relationship, the way that you will know what this is in your life, because again, it's going to be different things for different Virgos, is that you give it lots of time and attention and energy, and it is giving you nothing. Best case scenario, it's giving you nothing. Worst case scenario, it is sucking you dry, and it needs to be left behind so that you can really fill up your own cup and really enjoy the bounty that is around you in January, because again, we're going to get to all these wonderful things that are coming in for you. So I want you to notice before we move on, here, coming back to the devil, that if you just glance at the card, it looks like these people are chained at his feet. But on closer examination, which you've got a critical eye, Virgo, you've probably noticed that their feet are not chained. It's, you know, the pure threat of his power is what keeps them there. He doesn't even need to put them in chains. So it's really like that, especially in combination with this card over here, is Spirit's way of showing me and showing you that you're the only thing holding you back. Once you decide that you can get up and get out, it's all at your fingertips. This guy is a king. See his crown? Don't play small. Look at why, when he has all this land, all this room, and it's beautiful, it's fertile, it's lush, there's even water over here. Why would he choose to build himself a little tiny, like, child's sandbox in the middle of this grand, lush kingdom that he has? It's because he thinks small. This is a direct reflection of how much he thinks of himself. So Virgo, you've got to let go of that self-limiting stuff. And for some of you, Spirit is using the word like miserly. Like, don't hold on to your money. Don't grasp at what little you have, whether, again, it's money or the relationship that isn't great, but you're scared of leaving it, or the job that isn't great, but you're scared of leaving it. Don't hold on to something that doesn't fit so tightly that you do not open up your hands and allow what is really meant for you to come in. Excuse me. Okay. So the good stuff. Oh my gosh, so much good stuff. Okay, Virgo. You are extremely creative. You know, people go on and on about how you're critical and how you're like kind of like really organized and hyper neurotic and all these things, but it's like that kind of mind does not come without a heavy dose of creativity, and you can really be stepping up into that role this month. You can really step into a leadership role and be extremely original. Like, bring your ideas out into the world, into life, be active, like bring up use your charisma in January. And by using your charisma, you can really see what other opportunities exist out there and kind of get out of this box. This card here is about looking at what you've created. And of course it's January, so this is also like, no wonder it's on your mind. It's about looking at what you've created so far, like what your work has yielded for you. Like a farmer looks at the work that he's done after a long summer and the harvest comes, and he looks at the harvest and says like, okay, God, was that worth it? Or has it yielded, you know, nothing for me? So some of you are going to be feeling like, okay, this is not enough and I need to be looking elsewhere. And some of you are going to leave it behind and like pursue something else. And others of you will be satisfied with it because, again, general readings. But for those of you that choose to leave it behind, there is a great opportunity for growth. There is like this amazing opportunity to feel that what you're doing means something, they're saying. So this must be that a lot of you Virgos are pondering kind of like a new career path, because it's about like your life purpose. That's getting pretty deep. Like Spirit's talking about you wanting your work and your daily like activities, your routine, to be more centered around more aligned with your beliefs. And if you're willing to do some restructuring, and restructuring is kind of putting it lightly, because you do have this Tower card of like things kind of blowing apart, like having to be thrown from the nest, as Spirit said earlier. But the thing is, Virgo, you're adaptable and you're clever. You can make anything work. It's like funny, Spirit's like, you will turn like a cat in the air and you will land on your feet. You've got something important to say and you're willing to go to lengths to do this, to do what you want to do. When Spirit says you've got something important to say, it's like you have a purpose and you have like a passion, specifically a passion, something that really, really lights you up, something that makes you want to strive harder and grow further. You know that there is something more out there, basically, is what Spirit is saying. You have a lot of opportunities in January. Okay, Spirit is saying that some of you, it's like you're going to get so many offers and opportunities and invitations that you're going to have to be like really choosy and think about what you really want to build, because you don't want to scatter your energy. You don't want to take on 8 projects when you really only have time for 3, or really to do 3 well. Like, sure, you could do 7 shoddy projects and one of them will fall off anyway. Or you can say, oh, I really thank you for the opportunity, but I've already committed to this and this, so I really can't, and do a really wonderful job on what you do commit to. So you may have like a lot of resolutions, for example, because again, general readings, Virgo, and if any of this is resonating and you want to know more about what it is for you personally, you can definitely book a one-on-one with me, and I have linked my shop below. But regardless, it's like, regardless of whether it's here I want to do all these creative projects, or here like this person and this person and this person wants a date, or whatever it is, you've got to narrow it down in order to really give it what it really requires in order to manifest, to come to fruition in a way that will please you. There's really a wonderful opportunity this month to build yourself a new foundation. And again, it's January, so it might be that you're thinking, okay, I need new habits. I need a new routine. I need to build myself up. I need to like work out. I want to improve myself. And you can definitely experience a milestone of that in January. And I'm feeling like there's also something around it's like there is something for a lot of you that even though the work that you do is not your passion, you're very good at the work, and I feel like a lot of you are going to get commended or noticed or experience like a kind of milestone in January, like either it's like an anniversary coming up or like an annual review that goes well, but I feel like someone will be marking a milestone for you at your job. Okay, and now I'm going to move on and do your fiercely focused spread, where we'll get really, like I said in your intro, like really a theme and then some steps that you can take to really improve your lot in January and capitalize on what's working for you. Okay, so let's see. first of all, what the kind of overarching theme is for Virgo in January 2017. Lovers. Lovers, again, like that word, passion, Virgo. You're a critical thinker, again, and very logical normally, but you're also extremely passionate. You, more than some like to say, and again in these astrology books, more emotional. And you're going to be at a crossroads this month. You're going to get an opportunity to chase that passion. That message has come up like 2 or 3 or 4 times from Spirit saying you can do what you've done, or you can step out and do something that is a little scary and a little intimidating, but is definitely more of a passion. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. So Spirit was just like, no, this is the one you need. So this is, before I could even introduce it, this is what's going on in the earthly realm of your life, what you need to do when it comes to the financial or the physical aspect of your life. And it's that same card, different deck, that says, look at what you've yielded so far. And that is like the money you make, the place you live, because again, this is the earth element, so it's the really tangible things in your life. Do you enjoy what you're surrounded by and what you do every day? Or would you really like your circumstances to change? This is the time to really sort that out in your mind, because once you've got it sorted out in your mind, then you can really decide, okay, I'm making a change, or no, I really like it, I just need this tweak. But you can definitely make your life better in 2017, whether it's this massive radical change or it is just like, okay, well, I really just want to install 1 or 2 new habits into my routine, because I know that like I'll feel better if I exercise, or I'll be more energetic if I drink more water, or if I call my mother every week. You know, whatever it is that is going to improve the way that you feel and the way that you live. Okay. So now we're going to look at the mental aspect, what you'll be thinking and speaking about in January 2017. Virgo. That was unintentional. Virgo. Okay, so you'll be speaking boldly, and you'll be speaking honestly, and you may be actually initiating a few conversations, which to me is a good sign, because Spirit was talking about you needing to kind of break out of limiting circumstances and situations where other people are kind of maybe even exerting a negative influence, or where there's like a toxic relationship or addictive relationship. So this is like drawing lines. Spirit said drawing a line and drawing boundaries and saying, no, this is bullshit. Or saying, this is how I need this to be. Or saying, yes, I'm ready for this. But either way, it's a breakthrough. Like, it's a, like, this is what is happening. It's like the emperor has no clothes. For whether you're making a positive, exciting declaration or a bold statement of opposition, you are definitely speaking your truth in January. And that is always for the best, Virgo. Certainly you want to be tactful, but I think I can trust you to do that, right? You're not going to seek out to hurt anyone. It's just sometimes you can be very so analytical that you might leave out the emotional. Okay, so let's see what is lighting you up. What is bringing out your energy? What is going on with you creatively and spiritually, and really setting you on fire in January 2017. Ooh, for Virgo. Wow. Okay, Virgo. Sorry for all the wows. It's that, again, this is that same card, different deck. This is the Two of Wands, which is that crossroads. And it was the echo of this card, which was also there, which is another card about being at a crossroads and chasing your passion, which is the same as, oh my gosh, it's just all of them. They're all here again. So it's really like January is that big fork in the road, Virgo. Like, chase your passion or remain on the road where you are, and there's no moral judgment about which one of those things is better. It's which one it feels better to you, which feels better in your heart. Is it the place that you've been cultivating? Is that where your heart and soul is? Or is it elsewhere? And if it is elsewhere, go ahead and trust yourself and take yourself somewhere where you're going to feel great about yourself and what you're doing, and you're not going to kind of sit in a malaise, because Spirit says that that is the case for some of you. It's like, don't sit in that malaise and that boredom and that sense of stagnation. When you're getting all kinds of messages, not just from me, but from other areas of your life that say there is something bigger and better out there for you and more fulfilling. It's not even about like, oh, I want to be rich, or I want to be famous, or I want to be the best, or I have to be the only, or whatever it is. It's just like you must do what it is that you would enjoy the process. That even just doing the action is a pleasure to you and what you feel like you're meant to be doing, and whatever the outcome. Wow, okay. Now, let's see what you'll be feeling and relating. Like, what is going to be dominating your emotional... Wow, okay. Okay, well, they flipped this one and drew this one, so you're getting both. You're getting both, Virgo. Okay. Let me see everybody here. Make sure. Okay. Wow. I don't know if you can hear, my neighbors are like partying. Okay. Okay, Virgo. So, Spirit's talking about being a little bit... You've always been, even when you were a child, emotionally mature, a little ahead of your time, a little bit more grown up than most of the people around you, having knowledge different than them. But that has also kind of given you like your own particular breed of cynicism sometimes, Virgo, your own particular breed of, well, this is just how the world works. And you may not even think of it as a cynicism, but that is the word that Spirit used, because it's kind of like some of you, and this is not my phrase, and gosh, his name escapes me, but you could Google it. But this is, again, not my phrase. I want to be specific. But you can create this, quote, cult of inhibitions. Like the things, the mythology that you have about yourself that, oh, I'm clumsy, I can't dance. Or, oh, I'm not good with numbers. Or I'm not good with words. Whatever it is that you have told yourself that you're not great at or that you're incapable of doing, it's time to stop. It's time to kind of parent yourself a little bit and ask yourself what you would tell a child of yours that you loved that told you that said like, oh, I have an algebra test and I'm just not good with numbers. So like basically like I've accepted failure. Like, would you say, oh, well, yeah, I understand. You're right. You're probably right. You're just terrible with numbers and you're never going to succeed at this. Or would you say like, oh, sweetheart, like that's not true. Let me sit down and help you. We can figure this out. We can figure this out. We're going to do this. We're going to make this happen. So you need to parent yourself a little bit this month, Virgo, and be very kind to yourself and kind of be your own counselor and tell yourself what it's going to be worth for you to take up this work and where it's taking you, and remind you that you're loved unconditionally. Like, you need to love and value yourself whether you change these habits or not. And wherever you find yourself in life, you must find a way to release guilt and release remorse and love and accept yourself for exactly who you are. Now that said, there really is a beautiful opportunity ahead for you. And maybe you're even just seeing the first flush of it in January. But there is truly something amazing waiting for you, Virgo. And I hope that you will keep your eyes open and, in a lot of your cases, be willing to be really brave and see yourself in a new place and a new station. And really boldly go where you feel like you're meant to go. And I hope you'll tune in a couple of weeks when your full-on 2017 year-ahead forecast will be posted on this channel. So, you know, click that little bell and it'll tell you when I make a new video. And I hope that you will check it out, and I hope that you really enjoy it. And I hope that January is extremely beautiful for you, Virgo, and that you have a really wonderful, fortunate and fulfilling 2017. Thank you so much again for listening. I hope that you find your reading really helpful and that it guides you very well through the rest of the month. And I hope that you will come tune in again to this channel in a couple of weeks when your full-on 2017 year-ahead forecast will be available, because woof, that's going to be a doozy. I'm excited to do that for you. And I'm wishing you a really wonderful, happy new year. I hope that, again, if you liked this, you will comment and subscribe and let me know what you thought, or find me on social media and hit me up there, because I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you in February. Bye-bye.